So LGBT 1 Minute News, let's queer up South Florida. Florida man charged with hate crime after allegedly abusing child to, quote, beat gay out of him, end quote. A 33-year-old Florida man is facing hate crime enhanced charges after allegedly abusing a 5-year-old boy because he believed the child was gay. According to Polk County Sheriff's Office, Andre Brown Jr. was arrested after deputies investigated reports of abuse involving 3 children in his care. Authorities say the 5-year-old suffered a fractured wrist, bruises across his body, and a forehead contusion. 2 other children were also reportedly injured. Investigators say a 9-year-old girl texted her mother expressing fear over Brown's violence, prompting law enforcement intervention. Deputies reported that Brown admitted that he hit the child to, quote, beat the gay out of him if possible, but since it wasn't possible, he would beat him more, end quote. Brown also faces resisting charge after allegedly struggling with deputies and shouting slurs during his arrest. So this is just, I mean, this is sick, like baiting and intimidation. Like it's just, like this is not how you raise a child. You raise a child with love. I think of my father, holding his little gay boy and showering him with love. Like this is crimes against humanity. Like this guy is sick.
Where were the parents? How did he end up being overseeing all these little kids?
This is, sadly, something that we have all known was coming, something we have sat at this table and predicted for years. And this man, he is absolutely guilty, assuming he did this, he's found guilty. He's responsible for his actions. But there is also blood on the hands of legislators, so-called preachers, other community leaders, because they empower and reinforce existing cultural taboos and attitudes towards LGBTQ. They may not have created it, but they are giving life to it. They are giving it their imprimatur. They are giving it their okay. So this is a failure of society. And I fear that we're going to be doing this story very, very often.
And I just remind that the rhetoric is real, right? Mm-hmm. And we're seeing that being used into action, and it's super sad.
And it's not just addressing one community. Any minority community, any marginalized community is experiencing that, has always experienced it. And we have never, ever taken on the education system to ensure that we don't teach hate. It is in our history books. It is in our grammar. It is in everything that we do. I agree with John that it is so systemic, not only in our society, but globally. And there's really no effort on a major scale, and there's certainly not the financial ability to combat it aggressively. And therefore, we will be doing these stories again and again. But it's incumbent on each of us to do what we can. And we probably don't all do enough every day either. And it's unfair that so few people have to do so much, but that's the world that we live in.
It's hard to break that cycle, Robert. Boys are raised a certain way, and you're always raised to not show your feelings, right? And that gay is bad. And in this sicko's mind, he was trying to help this baby. In his sick mind, God forbid you're gay. Right? God forbid, let me try to beat it out of you.
Right. But it's no different than these women who were saying that they stand up for family values. Remember, some of those women, no matter how few there are or how many there are, have LGBTQ children in their families or cousins or sisters and brothers. So they are not, in any case, representing family values because they don't represent their own families.
So that is a LGBTQ 1 minute news story. There is no other queer nonprofit media platform like this in the entire world. Support our LGBTQ stories by sharing them and subscribing to Queer News Tonight.